Wait a second, you want me to ride every roller coaster at Great Adventure in one day? Oh, challenge accepted. Hey everybody, this is Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and we're here at Six Flags Great Adventure, and right there, that is Flash Vertical Velocity. That is not going to be going off this year. However, we decided, you know what, we want to go back to Great Adventure one more time. It's about a week before the summer ends here, so today we're going to do our second ever challenge accepted, which is pretty much we're going to try to ride all 14 coasters here at Great Adventure. Now, yet again, Flash is not one of them here, but we're going to try to get on El Toro, Kingda Ka, and a lot of these different coasters here. So, and we're going to bring you along for the ride here. So the goal today is, can we get on all 14 roller coasters? And more than likely we probably can because of two little advantages we have. First of all, this is the Monday before Memorial Day, so I know a lot of Pennsylvania schools are back in session, so that helps us out with crowds here. I don't know about New Jersey, but I do know at least Pennsylvania is back. And also we do have 4 front of the line passes here because, I think I mentioned this before, but I always like showing it. We have the Diamond Elite VIP pass that gives us 4 front of the line passes every time. So we might have to use those, but we should get on all 14 today, but you never know. Might as well find out if it is possible. So once again, sit back and relax as we do our second ever challenge accepted. Can we ride all 14 roller coasters here at Six Flags Great Adventure? Soon to be 15 if you're looking at Flash Vertical Velocity. All right, so just like our first video there at Hershey Park, here's my game plan for the morning, and it is a little skewed because there are a couple rides we weren't able to get on earlier this year, so we do need the coaster credits for our 125 coaster challenge. So the first one we want to try to get on today is going to be Skull Mountain, which is over here by the back of the park. We came here a few times. Oh, there's a big wheel that's finally going this year, but we want to get on this mainly because of the fact that we haven't been able to get on it and we need a coaster credit. Then after that, we're going to see about the Jersey Devil, Little Devil coaster. I know some people say you can ride it, some people say you can't ride it because you're an adult. We're going to find that out either way. And then last but not least, I want to jump right on Kingda Ka because that is the next credit I need. After that, we're going to, readjust and see where we're at. We do have 4 front of the line passes, but we shouldn't need them right away because, as you can tell, crowds are very light coming in. So that's a good sign. So let's see if we can get on first. All right, so we got on our first coaster out of the 14. And who had Little Devil coaster down on your list there? Most people probably did not there, but you know what? We kind of are ahead of the crowds right now, so might as well kick off the challenge with a ride that tends to get a bigger line. So this is the Little Devil coaster. It used to be Road Runners Railway, but thanks to the Jersey Devil, they decided to paint some racing stripes on there and paint it orange. But yet again, that is our first coaster out of many more to go. We got 14 to go on. But the one thing about this coaster I always got to say is they do have some of the best signage there, the Little Devil coaster. So 1 down, 13 more to go today at Great Adventure. Maybe that'll be next, Batman. So we finally got on Skull Mountain this year. It's been a while to actually get on Skull Mountain, so that is our second one already. So we're about, where are we? About 20-25 minutes into the park, and we already knocked out 2, and both of them were new coasters for me so far this year. So what I think about Skull Mountain, you know what? Compared to the Mouse in the Box, this is actually a full-length coaster, and the theming is actually really good. Here, let me step back a little bit here and make it a little bit brighter. Yeah, they got the whole skull happening there on the top. It's a great little thing there. They usually have a waterfall going, but the waterfall is not going up there right now. But all in all, it's a really good ride. It is our second one of the day, so that's kind of nice. And it is our 89th credit of the year. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to head out. I love the running water and stuff, but I'm actually going to head out to the Kingda Ka and get our third coaster we needed to get here. And then from there, we're going to reassess. But I wanted to get the coaster credits first. It's the roller skate rule if you've been following us. But our second coaster today and our 89th of the year is Skull Mountain. All right, everybody. Our third coaster of the day is actually our 90th coaster of the year, and that is Kingda Ka. I'm going to zoom in a little bit as it goes up to the top there. 450 feet, 456 feet, but 129 miles per hour. Comes flying back down. And then it has a nice little airtime hill. Now, it was a little shaky today. I was surprised. Haven't ridden it for like 2 or 3 years, but it definitely is one of the highlight attractions here if you're looking for that quick thrill. But so our third coaster of the day, Kingda Ka. And now we're going to head over because it's right next to probably one of the best rides in the park, one of our historically top 10 coasters here, and that is El Toro. So we're going to wander over to El Toro. We might as well get that one taken care of here. But we've been here about an hour and a half, and we actually knocked out the 3 coasters we need to hit to kick the park. So basically, Six Flags Great Adventure is officially done. The one thing I do have to say about Kingda Ka is they are really flying out of there. So might as well watch another one go by here. But yet again, I usually skip it, but I did use one of my fast passes. But the wait time was a half hour, so we're going to add about 20 minutes, because even with the fast pass, it really didn't do anything because there was no crowd. So it took about 20 minutes. So even though I did use a fast pass, I don't really think it really warranted a fast pass. But like I said, it is our third coaster here. We're definitely going to hit all 14, might be 13. Oh, here comes El Toro coming flying by. Gotta love El Toro, by far the best ride in the park. And then there's Kingda Ka. So they have like 2 great coasters right next to each other here. We'll watch El Toro come flying by here real quick. That will be my 4th one to do, just because of the fact that I love it so much. There you go. It should be coming back through this area soon. Here we go. As it snakes through this next section. There he goes. So that's El Toro. There's Kingda Ka. So let's continue our challenge with a little bit of a montage. All right, so you know how plans always change. So before I went on El Toro, I decided, you know what, I might as well see what's going on over here by the log flume. And to my surprise, the mine train was actually going here. But a little disappointed here though, because I've been looking forward to this log flume. It's a nice hot day, and it looks like they had it open this weekend, but now it's closed again. And today would have been a great day for it. But the fact that the mine train is open is a pleasant surprise. This was actually my 91st coaster of the year, because I didn't expect this to be open. And this is actually our 4th coaster for the Coaster Challenge. So how's it running? Well, it's 50 years old, and it feels like it's 50 years old. So I'm not lying to you about that. There's a couple parts that are pretty janky. And when you look at the track, I'm going to show you some of the track on our way over here to Medusa, because we might as well make Medusa our 5th coaster. But it is kind of funny that they finally got this going too. So it's literally a week before the end of the summer season, and they got the log flume going, but that's closed again. And then they got the runaway train. Now the funny thing about the runaway train is, like I said, it is rusty as heck. So they didn't do any track work or any painting for the 50th. It's still fairly as sketchy as it usually is. So it's funny though, because there is a part where there's actually like I would have to say airtime, which is quite adorable. Now the trains look nice. The trains go by right here, and we're gonna catch it as it comes through here. But like I said, it is 50 years old. It is an original ride of the park. But like I said, I'm glad it's open. Glad we got our 91st credit. But all in all, it's not something that I would write home about. Now, the one behind it right there, Medusa, that's always one of our favorite coasters. So we'll have the mine train go by here real quick here. And then we're going to continue with this is our 4th coaster and 91st of the year. Then after this, we're going to go over and do Medusa, also known as Bizarro, also known as Medusa again. All right, it should be coming through here. Here it is. But Runaway Mine Train is going, our 91st coaster. Do not expect to get on it. All right, so we just got off Medusa. It's running really well. They definitely take care of it. This is the original floorless B&M coaster. So the fact that it's running so great is fantastic. Quicker dispatches too. Let's see it. There we go on that end there. But all in all, really good ride. We used to always say that when you're here at Great Adventure, you got to get on the O's. Back then it was Nitro, El Toro, and Bizarro, but of course now it's Medusa. So that is the 5th coaster of the day. So now we're going to head over and just finish out this quadrant and get on the best ride in the park, which is good old El Toro. So like I said, I peeked over to look at the log flume and I got a nice little surprise with this guy right ahead of us there at Runaway Mine Train. But we're going to head over this way. I like this path because it's a nice quiet path. This is probably, because it's right up against the safari, this is probably one of the quietest parts of the park. But like I said, in the past they used to block this off. Now it's actually one of the main walkthroughs. And of course, I'm going to get a little bit darker because it is another one of those bright sunny days. So you got big shade and right there, but that's Toro right in front of us. And right over here is one side of the park. There's the lift hill for Toro. And right here, one of the better ones here is the Runaway Mine Train. So, but yep, we're 5 down and we're about 2 hours in. It just turned 1 o'clock. We got here, the park opened at 11. We got here probably around about 11:30, and then I had to go back and get my wallet for ID because even though I'm gray, they don't believe that I'm over 21 sometimes. But yep, we're gonna head over there. There's Ka. So yeah, the park is kind of dead too, which also helps out here. So we should probably have the whole park done fairly soon. Here we go, there's Toro. Those Camelback hills are amazing. So, and then over here is a great view of the Runaway Mine Train. So I figured we'll show you that. Like I said, it is 50 years old. It is running horribly rough, but it is historic there. So, oh, there goes Toro again. But all right, so we're 5 in and we're jumping on number 6. All right, so we actually got online really fast here because people are piling in now for El Toro, but they actually were not. We were actually able to get on it pretty quickly. Not even gonna lie, this is by far the best ride in the park. I don't know what could beat it, Nitro maybe, but this is our 6th coaster already, and it's only been an hour 20. So we're gonna head over here now. It is neat. They have this path that connects Kingda Ka and good old El Toro, but they actually have it blocked off right now because they're preparing for an Extreme Fright Fest. So that's what happens at the end of the year is they start getting all the Fright Fest stuff all together. But yeah, so at this point I'm going to head on over. We're at 6 and we pretty much cleared out this whole side of the park there. We got, like I said, Runaway Mine Train wasn't even on the list when we started this adventure. So we're at 91 total for this year, and we're already at 6 here. So I'm going to head over to the Dual Superheroes, which is the, let me go in here quick. The Dual Superheroes, Superman and Green Lantern. We're going to knock those 2 out. I usually use 1 locker for that. So why don't you guys watch a montage while we get ready for that. All right, so we just finished our 7th coaster, which is Green Lantern, which is a B&M stand-up coaster. They got some mega loops here. I can honestly say for a stand-up coaster, it's actually pretty darn good. And let's be honest, that front is so great, right? Now, I jumped over here to get on Superman Ultimate Flight, which is a clone, but you know, it's a great ride anyway. It's the first thing you see when you go into the parking lot. But even though the Runaway Train is actually operating right here, we did run into our first ride closure here. So the ride is temporarily closed. So I'm going to keep an eye on it before I leave today. But I was hoping to get a double hit here, but it is closed, which kind of stinks. But at least we got Green Lantern here. So it's around 2 o'clock. Took me about a half hour, 40 minutes to get on Green Lantern. I didn't want to use the front of the line pass just because it's not worthy of that. That's more Jersey Devil and El Toro kind of thing here. But Superman right now is closed, so we'll check back later. I want to talk about having a tough day here. You got those guys just hanging there waiting to be pulled back down, as they are right now. But we are about halfway done with our challenge. We have 7 coasters down. Right there is Green Lantern going. You see it flip through real quick. Yep, here it comes. Nice little corkscrew there. So Green Lantern's going, Superman's not going. So our 14 coasters might end up being 13, but we're going to find out. We'll keep an eye on it here. But we're about halfway done with our challenge. So if you like what we're doing, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It's a simple click for you. It means a lot to me. And let's head over to Joker and Harley Quinn. All right, so we're right in front of the Six Flags bus, because you gotta love that Six Flags bus. And our 8th coaster is Joker. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I used the front of the line pass, because even though I used it for Kingda Ka, they never actually scanned it, so I reused that one for Kingda Ka. So I still have 2 sitting there, but I did actually use it for the Joker. The Joker's always a slow dispatch, and I'm gonna show you why. Mainly because of the fact that it's such a, you know, it's probably too big of a park for this one, but they always have it continuously going there and loading and unloading, and you know, it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse, but it's not exactly the fastest. And then I wanted to jump over here to Harley Quinn, but you can see they do a 2-cycle, so I am happy they're still doing a 2-cycle, but they actually got a pretty big line here. So this is kind of becoming the Hershey Park Comet. So I did get on Joker because of the front line pass, but I want to make sure the other lines aren't too big before I go over here and waste a front line pass on Harley Quinn. But we're going to head out this way now, and we're going to head on over and knock out Jersey Devil, Nitro and stuff. We were able to knock out Skull Mountain early, and I still have the 2 Batmans. I have the Dark Knight and Batman, so maybe I'll hit those quick there. We're going to check out the line, but while you wait for that, I wanted to show you some of the beauty of the park here, because yes, we are doing a challenge, but we always like to show you some of the neat things here. And this is kind of like a nice little courtyard that's actually right here in the middle of the park. So let me darken that up a little bit. There you go. They got some fountains and stuff like that right here, and over here they got some potted plants. So they this is in the heart of the park, so the fact that they actually have this stuff in the heart of the park is still pretty nice. Pretty nice here. So when you're talking about like the original, right there is the swashbuckler, and right there's the pirate ship and stuff like that. So yeah, even though it is a Six Flags park, they do try to find some areas here that make it nice and beautiful. We've got great little plants right there and all that. So all right, let's head out to Batman. All right, so we knocked out 2 more coasters here. So this is the Gotham City Rail, which is the Dark Knight, which is themed after the subway over at the Gotham movies, the Batman movies. And right over there's the new patio section here. So the good thing about this is it's such a pad ride that, as you can tell, there's no outdoor queue, and there's an indoor queue that you can pile into to see the show, but usually they have that door closed. Here you're able to walk right in. It literally took me 10 minutes. And then the next one that I did was, and this one made me a little dizzy, right there it is, Batman the Ride. And yet again, like I said, this is a ride that I usually avoid. Definitely I need the leaf band for it, because it is really snappy and kind of crazy. But the one thing I did notice here, which I want to show you, is so they have a Penguin movie coming out. So let me brighten this up just a little bit here. So usually there's a Batmobile here, but this is the Penguin, and because it's the Penguin movie, they actually changed out the car to more of a Penguin themed car, if you can see that. So that's not the Batmobile, that's actually the Penguin car. And the other thing I noticed too, is just kind of neat, is you come over here, the city will be his, and it actually has Penguin stuff all over this. So talk about some tying in there with some DC there. So not only did they do this with the Penguin, with the movie coming out on limited series on Max, but they actually crossed it out, the city will be his, and then of course they added in here the Penguin ride here. So I like the fact that they're doing a corporate tie-up, and which is kind of neat. So All right, so that's 2 more coasters to our count. All right, just got off of Nitro. It's only running 2 trains, but the operators are kicking serious butt here. Here comes the train right now, but they're really knocking it out pretty fast. I'm very impressed. These guys are going up while these guys just parked. So Nitro is definitely doing good. Don't need a fast pass there, so we've been able to pretty much avoid most of the fast passes today. We did use a few. If we're looking over, we did use one for El Toro, but I didn't really need it because we kind of met where it was. And then we also, what was the other one we did? Oh, Kingda Ka. Same with that one. Neither one of those really needed because where we got in at was where we were. So still have 2 left. Don't know if we're going to use them, but like I said, today didn't really need to use them. Might actually go on the rapids after we're done with the coaster challenge. Never did the rapids, and it's kind of neat, but yeah, this is a great view of Nitro back here. So it really goes out into the woods. But all right, so the last one I gotta do in this area is Jersey Devil. That one I'm going to use the fast pass for because that one always takes forever. So wait for another montage, and we're going to jump on Jersey Devil. Do you know the definition of getting lucky? That is when you are getting right off the ride, like right over there, and you actually get the last ride before it breaks down. Didn't hear anything, so I don't know why, but all of a sudden they kind of stopped it here. But I did use the front of the line pass because if not, I would have, let me come over here real quick here. If it wasn't for the front of the line pass, I definitely would have been stuck in this line here, but because I had the front of the line pass, I was able to meet up right there and pretty much get on this ride. But as you can tell, literally that's the train I was on, the one behind it, and so the one in front of it was empty, so we were basically going while the other guy got stopped. So that's and they evac'd it. So but I did get on it, so right now we got 2 more coasters to go. One of them was going, but it was a really long line, which was Harley Quinn. And the other one was the Superman Ultimate Flight that wasn't going. So I'm going to head out there towards Harley Quinn. And right now it is, looking at the clock, it is 3:46. So not too bad. We've been about 4.5 hours. And really, except for Jersey Devil, I really did not need a front of line pass. All right, so we got on Harley Quinn right at the right time there. We only had to wait for 1 train, and this is a train right after me. So technically we have right now all the coasters for today. We're going to go after this. We're going to check out and see if they have good old Superman going. They said temporarily closed, so my fingers are closed. Cross that we can get that one too here, but pretty much we got 13 of the coasters, and at the end I'm going to go over the order and all that kind of stuff here and tell you what the wait times were. There's only one so far that I actually had to use the front of the line pass for, and that of course was Jersey Devil. But right there is Joker. Joker was actually pretty quick too, so that one I used a front of the line pass. So there was actually 2. I forgot Joker, we actually had to use it too. So and I did use it for like El Toro, but I didn't need it, and I canceled it. And then I did the same thing with Nitro, where I put it on there and did it. So technically I used it 4 times, but I canceled 2 because I didn't need it. So the only 2 I needed was Jersey Devil, and then of course Joker over there, because as you can tell by line, it's a pretty big line. But all right, so let's head over and see if we can get on all 14, or will Superman be down? Hey everybody, we're over here, and that is the slingshot. There we go, giant bungee ball. But we're walking up this way here because we want to check out the last ride. But before we do here, this is going to be our last one no matter what. So my gut's telling me it's not going to be open, but let's talk about the coasters we did do. So we got on Little Devil, which was walk-on. Then we did Skull Mountain, which was also walk-on. Kingda Ka, we went to use the fast pass, but we didn't need to. I canceled that fast pass. And because of that, we were actually able to get on it, I'd say about 20 minutes. Then we went over, we were going to go to El Toro, but then we decided, hey, you know what? Let's check out the log flume. Didn't actually find the log flume, but what we did end up finding was the Runaway Mine Train, which was walk-on. Then we jumped on Medusa, which was about a 15-20 minute wait. Then we went on El Toro, where we tried to use another fast pass. Did not need it, and we're basically one train. So we kind of walked right on that. After that, we headed over here to Green Lantern. That was one of our longer ones. It took about 20-25 minutes to get on it. And then, of course, this was closed. And then after that, we headed all the way over to Joker. We used a fast pass for Joker, which probably saved us about a half hour. We got on it in about 20 minutes, because even with the fast pass, it's a slow load. Then we went over to Dark Knight, which was walk-on. Not really walk-on, I guess it would be considered more of a, we walked right into the show. They have a pre-show. And then we basically had 2 train wait on Batman. Then we jumped on Nitro, where we were going to use one of our front line passes, but did not need that one either. So we ended up canceling that one out. And pretty much it was 1 train station wait for Nitro. Jersey Devil was one we needed, and we got lucky because right after we got off it, it broke down, and from what I can see, it's still down. So we got lucky with that one, but that was one we definitely needed. I would say 45 minutes without fast pass, if 45 to almost an hour probably. It was a slow load on, and it had a pretty good line. Then after that, we jumped on Harley Quinn, 2 trains there, so about 15 minutes. And pretty much that takes us over here to Superman, who is closed. So looking at it being closed here, we're going to say without a fast pass, say 45 minutes to an hour, because it is a slower load and unload. So right now it is 4:15. So I would say 5:15. We got here around 11:30. So if we go there, so about 5 hours. So it looks like it would have taken us about 5 hours, but we did get on. If we were able to, it would take about 5 hours to get on all 14 roller coasters here. Now, soon they're going to have Flash, so definitely make sure you check it out. So, now, what is your favorite ride here at Six Flags Great Adventure? Let us know in the comments section there. And also, do you get fast passes, or do you just kind of play it by ear? Also, let us know. And once again, thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe.